Hello, this is Mel Thompson, and this is a podcast in a series of podcasts about political risk. Today I'll be discussing the World Bank Arbitration Panel's decision to let Venezuela off the hook. You see, there was a payment that was allegedly owed to ExxonMobil by the Venezuelan government for $1.4 billion. Now, this was for the expropriation of company assets of ExxonMobil. We're all familiar with expropriation, how this works, but very rarely do you see it so clear cut as to just let the government of the expropriating state off the hook. That's the lack of a better way to phrase it in this particular case. Now, the reason we're discussing this today is the very fact that this is proof that it can go the other way. No matter what you do as far as having a relationship with the government, contracts, everything possibly can be in place, but the insurance will back you up when things like this happen, and they do happen. My entire message here is: do not take anything for granted just because you have a bilateral investment treaty to lean on. So you think you can win at the arbitration, you believe that the contract is solid. You internationalize things where it can go into courts. You can do a lot of different things, you believe, including on U.S. soil, which is very tricky considering that there are a lot of other issues pertaining to sovereignty and the conduct of other nations and how the United States courts stay away from that. So you need to have the full package: the insurance, the contracts, the bilateral investment treaty if it's there, and any other protection possible. Now, in the case of ExxonMobil, the bank that is in the case that's involved here was looking to get this money back, mainly because the Venezuelan government did not provide value. ExxonMobil's on the hook, but the bank's investment dispute panel, the World Bank's investment dispute panel, is the panel that actually said that you cannot, prevail in this case, ExxonMobil. The $12 billion for the seizure of Cerro Negro facilities in Orinoco Basin under then President Hugo Chavez is what the dispute was about. The panel awarded $1.4 billion to Venezuela, and they had to pay nothing. This panel that is based in Washington, the World Bank, said this is basically a situation where the $1.6 million judgment against Venezuela is annulled. The Venezuelans love it. ExxonMobil doesn't like it, and they are still mulling over their options. Their options are to appeal it. But the bottom line is, if you don't wish to appeal it, if you wish that the whole thing would go away, which very well may be the case with ExxonMobil, I don't know for sure, but it could be the case. If that is the case, you always should have some type of backup, and the backup would certainly be insurance. And if you don't have that, above and beyond everything else, you're certainly playing with fire, because all the contracts in the world, all the law all of the expropriation, case law, and history with arbitration panels notwithstanding, there's still a need for a very, very basic product, and that is political risk insurance at the end of the day. This has been Mel Thompson.